literally around like 30, 35 minutes ago, I was thinking to myself, because I'm Muslim, in my religion we pray 5 times a day. It was one of the times for those prayers. And we have to pray standing up unless there's a reason for us to pray sitting down. And I was thinking in my head, I'm like tired. I'm a little bit tired. I don't want to pray standing up because I'm tired. But being slightly tired, it's not an excuse. It's not good enough of an excuse unless it's like a lot, like being very, very tired. And so legitimate reason. Just being slightly tired isn't an excuse to pray sitting down. But I realized that if I don't do it correctly, I'm just being lazy. I'm just being lazy and I'm not doing things correctly and I'm gonna be held accountable. So then I did it correctly and everything went well. And this is the beauty of discipline. This very short story, this shows the beauty of discipline. When you want to do something wrong, it pushes you to do something that's correct. The beauty of discipline is so much that it can turn someone's life, which is terrible, into one which is great. There are 3 benefits that we can take from this story, 3 benefits of being disciplined. These 3 are very, very important. These 3 might be from among the most important benefits. So listen closely. Firstly, I mentioned this before, but it helps you do the correct things. If you want to do something that's terrible, if you want to break a good law, if you want to kill someone, if you want to, that's might be a little bit too extreme for this video, but if you want to, for example, save some work you have for later instead of just doing it right now. Discipline will push you to do the correct thing of not waiting until later to complete your work, but just completing your work now. This helps because it reduces the amount that you do bad things. Discipline can reduce the amount you lie, the amount you cheat, the amount you do bad things. But it increases and it puts in place of those bad things, good things. Discipline is very, very important, and without it, you're not going to be able to stay away from the bad things. How can we increase discipline? There's a saying, I'm sure you've probably heard of it, practice makes perfect. Now this saying, practice makes perfect, is completely false because you will not become perfect. But practice will make you better. So practice how a disciplined person would act. If you want to do something bad, then do something good instead. And it might be hard. The more you do it, the more disciplined you get, and the easier it will become. And the easier, and it sounds kind of weird to say this, but the easier it would be to do hard things that are good. The second reason is it reverses laziness. This modern world has made it so easy to be lazy. We just go to our fridge, we get all the food that we want, we have computers, phones, technology. At least this is most of the world. Some of the world is in a less easy position, in wars and famines, but most of the world is living a pretty comfortable life. So it's very, very easy to become lazy. And the way to prevent becoming lazy is have a shield of discipline in front of you. Laziness will come from in front of you, and from behind you, and from on top of you. It will try to crush you. It will try to grab you from beneath you. It will come from your sides. It will come from everywhere. But the shield of discipline is what you need to be around you, and it will protect you from laziness. So it protects you from laziness. It makes you do what is correct. But these 2 tie into the third reason. If you're working so hard because you're disciplined, you're doing what is right, you're not doing what is incorrect, you're being as good as you can, it'll help you achieve what you want to do, what your goals are. Let's say you want to start a business, right? You want to make, I don't know, let's just say $10 quintillion a second, okay? So, if you don't work at all, you spend zero time working, and you have no discipline, you're obviously not going to get it. But if you have so much discipline that you work 24/7, you work as much as you can on this business to get the 10 quintillion dollars an hour or whatever number I said, then you're probably still not going to reach it because it's way too much. But if your number was like, I don't know, like maybe you wanted to make $1 million a month, which is still a lot, but if you work so hard on it with your discipline, you'd still probably make it as long as you work hard enough. So discipline allows you to achieve the things that you want. Or actually, going back to like the 10 quintillion dollars an hour example, if inflation is bad enough that it makes that worth like $2, then don't worry. Like if it makes that equivalent to $2 today in like 30 years, then you'll be able to achieve that hopefully. Okay, I really hope that doesn't happen. So these are the three reasons. And being disciplined is not easy. I'm not going to claim myself to be disciplined because I'm anything but disciplined, but you have to understand that being disciplined is hard. Being disciplined is hard. Being disciplined is doing what is correct when it feels hard, when there's times where it's uncomfortable. By definition, it's hard. It's hard work. And it will make your life so much better. And one of the main reasons why the world is failing, one of the main reasons the system is failing, what we call the world the system, is because of laziness. The system is so broken, it's so shattered. If people were disciplined, it would be so much better. We see people, especially the youth, especially people in the West, falling for desires, temptations, things that take them away from what is good. They keep falling for the same traps over and over again. While the good people, the people who actually have discipline, they do not fall for a trap except only once, and then they learn. They go for their desires, they chase their desires as they should chase good. But the people of discipline, they chase good as much as the worst people chase their desires. Or they chase good with even more eagerness. There are some that just do whatever they want. They do not do based on what is good. They do not act based on what is right. They act based on what they want. This is not the correct way. The correct way is not acting based on emotions, what you want, what you feel like, is acting upon what is good. This is the correct way. So if he wants to take it, let him take it. And whoever wants to follow his desires, let him follow his desires. But following your desires does not lead to happiness in the long run. And it leads to pain and boredom and this feeling, this heavy burden upon you of laziness. It leads to no good. Those who follow their desires say, we are just following what makes us happy. But on the contrary to what they say, it makes them sad and depressed. And this is why suicide rates are up. This is one of the major reasons why suicide rates are up. Alright, mine was gone too close to the camera. Sorry if that felt like intimidated or anything. It's one of the reasons why suicide rates are up. One of the major reasons why all the problems are happening. You see the West, the part of the world where there's so many advancements. AI is having so much advancement in the West. They're building so many things. They have so much money. Yet suicide is highest in the West. And the problems to do with happiness, divorce, they're very, very high in the West. And the West, there's so many laws being broken. Countries like Saudi Arabia, like Qatar, like these countries, they do not have these problems. They have problems of people suicide. Like you can't prevent that entirely, people still commit crimes, but it's so much lower. Why? Well, firstly, because the punishments for committing crimes are higher, which makes people not commit as many crimes. And secondly, because the system is actually pretty good there. And also, as for the suicide thing, it's lower in those countries. And this also might be because there's so much more there's much more disciplined. I was in Mecca and we saw so many people waking up very early in the morning to pray. Like it was like 5 a.m. and there were so many people going to the mosque to pray. This discipline that people have in these countries is unheard of in the West. And this is one of the reasons why their suicide rates are so much lower. And why the West is struggling with suicide. And the system the West has built is broken. And the system of the world is broken. And the system is broken, so it must be fixed.